Villain Review episode 76. Welcome back, and today I am reviewing Jenner. Not that one, no, not that one either. The one from the 1982 film Secret of NIMH. Real quick, I want to say thank you for the suggestion because I like Jenner and he's cool. Thank you for having patience. You're a better person than me. How good of a villain is Jenner though? I have no idea.
Dreamers, we were just talking about you.
So Jenner actually is the rat that spread the bubonic plague back in... Oh, wait, no, that's a different rat? Oh, okay. Starting off as a regular street rat, Jenner was one of the many rats captured by a group of men working for the super evil, super bad, super terrible organization known as NIMH. Along with a bunch of other rats, Jenner was tortured by the organization, and he didn't even get superpowers. That's a really bad deal. Like, if an evil organization is going to torture you and experiment on you, at least come out as like Scarlet Witch or something. Although he didn't get superpowers, Jenner and the other rats did get a lot smarter, so I guess knowledge is the real superpower here, but come on guys, that's lame. Eventually escaping the lab though, Jenner and the other rats would eventually form a society where they would live peacefully, and then one day Jenner would say, yeah, f*** those humans and their stupid faces, let's hoe down, throw down with these hoes, are you down, my fellow rats? And then this rat who's in charge would be like, nah man, so then Jenner would be like, okay, f*** you, you old piece of shit. Actually he's a little more discreet, so he's secret, so he whispers like real secretly, nah, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm gonna kill you because you won't let me kill humans. And I don't trust them punks. Pause. Did Koba rip Jenner off? It kind of sounds like he did. Animals experimented on. Animal becomes smart. Animal doesn't like humans, but leader does. Animal says, F you leader, I need power because I don't trust the humans. Dude, Jenner, my bad, man. Dude, I honestly forget. You gotta forgive me. I'm so embarrassed. It was just a coincidence. I had no idea. Right away though, I like this origin. It makes complete sense that Jenner would hold a grudge against the humans, and the motive of taking power to attack the humans is really dumb because they're rats and they want to fight humans, but it makes a lot of sense for the character and it helps justify a lot of what Jenner does.
With Nicodemus out of the way, what's to stop us from taking over?
As far as character goes, Jenner is pretty great here. He reminds me a lot of those old, very theatrical villains who are both cool and elegant, but also crazy and just banana in the news. When we first meet Jenner, he seems to be a very political guy. Educated rat. But then later in the movie, we see that when Jenner loses his shit, he loses his shit. Like, where is that thing? In real life, I'm only scared of 3 rats, okay? Master Splinter, Stuart Little, and now Jenner. I know I'm human and he's a rat, but the dude is just intimidating. Especially in this movie when you got Mrs. Brisby, who is very much like my grandma. She's very grandma-esque. Jenner is all the more scary because there's no chance Mrs. Brisby doesn't die in 0.005 seconds if Jenner were to ever attack her straight on. Jenner also is the perfect example of why villains are just so much cooler than the heroes. Don't get me wrong, Justin's kind of cool. All right, he's not bad. He's kind of a cool guy. But Jenner, come on, people. You can't tell me Mrs. Brisby, okay, her old Raggedy Ann self, is a cooler character. When I said Jenner feels like a political figure, I really do think that's true because, as we all know, politicians are the real villains in real life. Jenner feels very personable and smart, but something seems kind of off about him. He doesn't seem like somebody you can really trust, like politicians. The rat is ruthless with what he wants to accomplish, but it makes sense because, like I said, the origin and motive are really good. As far as scenes go, Jenner has some really good ones. And like most good villains, you really want scenes to be unique when this villain is on screen. If you're a really weak villain, like say the OG Steppenwolf, okay, when you're in a scene, people are just gonna go, oh yeah, there's that dude again. But if you're a good villain, like Jenner, you go, everybody shut up, Jenner is in this scene. I want to see this. As I said, the performance of Paul Chenaire is really good, and he captures the untrustworthy, just scumminess, along with the elegant front of Jenner really well, and it's cool to see. As far as the best scenes go, I have to say that I like that fight with Justin, because first of all, it's just a really quality fight. I feel like in this movie, there's all this tension between Jenner and the other characters, and when it's finally released, it's just an awesome scene. The fight is actually choreographed really well, and as far as a kid's animated film from 1935 goes, I think the fight is really good, and it's honestly as good as it could have been. I also like the scene where he actually kills Nicodemus, because it's kind of shocking, and when I first saw this movie, I was surprised that they did it. I was like, no way, this movie has the cojones to kill this old man rat, there's no way they're gonna do it, and then they do it. They kill the old man rat. Both of these scenes are pretty good, and all the scenes with Jenner overall are pretty enjoyable. The best part of Jenner is that no other character in this film feels like Jenner. In an older animation, I think sometimes movies can suffer from that. In The Secret of NIMH, some of the protagonists kind of all seem dull and like they just don't have a lot of personality, but Jenner though is full of character and uniqueness, and the movie wouldn't be nearly as good if he wasn't really as interesting.
I can't do it. When that block reaches midway, you cut the line.
What I like about Jenner is that the evil deeds he commits are evil, but they're also justified, at least from his point of view. Killing Elder Right is a bad thing, nobody is going to argue with that, but from Jenner's point of view, it's just something that needs to be done, it's necessary. In fact, if I had to nitpick Jenner though, I would say that sometimes he leans a little bit too much into the evil, and that's really because kids are dumb. I feel like if Jenner wasn't designed to look evil and he didn't do like mean things, it wouldn't be super obvious that he's the villain. The motive is very understandable, and you might start to think, okay, this rat kind of has a point, he was tortured after all. But since this movie needs a villain, they make Jenner look really evil, and he snickers, and he does some just comically evil things. I made the connection to Koba earlier because they are really similar, but Koba barely speaks, so it left him in that gray area of, is he a good guy, is he a bad guy, a lot longer. There was never really that moment where Koba would be like, stupid Caesar, I'm gonna kill all the humans, and he'd just start laughing, and Jenner kind of has those moments. But like most good villains, I like that Jenner does some messed up stuff to make us understand he is the villain. I know that might seem contradictory to what I just said, but think of it like this. I feel like this movie does enough to show us that he's evil, but they also feel the need to like poke us with a stick and be like, guys, that's the bad guy. Do you know that yet? It's a small complaint, and it doesn't really hurt Jenner that much as a villain. It's just kind of annoying.
I've learned this much. Take what you can, when you can.
Jenner has an awesome origin and motivation, and it really sets him up as a villain who we can understand. He goes back and forth between elegant and crazy, and the performance here is pretty dang good. He has some awesome scenes as well, and while Jenner can sometimes feel like very obviously and comically evil, it doesn't outweigh all the other good things about him. I'm gonna give Jenner an 8.
He's right. We'll be killed.
Not if we got them first.
He means war. We'd be...
Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. I make a new villain review every single Monday, and you can actually go vote right now to see who's next. Leave your suggestions down below, and I hope you have a really good week. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.